These motherfuckers held the rope. Swung us like, woo. Catapulted us onto that next platform. It's space. It's nothing but depth, abyss in between these platforms. They swung us. Boom. Get to the next platform. Bow. You can't get to that platform and say, nigga, bring your ass over here. Who? You got swung over there with a rope. Tell them to toss you the rope so that you can birth something on this platform and swing that bitch to the next platform. That's all we gotta do. And appreciate every step along the way. So when you hear all these older teachers, your parents, any of the spiritual gurus that's online, like that's getting dragged in, people be finding everything wrong with them. I'm not gonna name no names, but damn near every spiritual teacher out here that's over 30, somebody is out here trying to debunk them or tell them they full of shit and just completely disregard their whole step in the evolution because they're not doing what the next step is doing. But they had to do what they had to do so you could see what to do in the next step. And I've been saying this same thing in different ways the whole video just so everybody can understand what the fuck I'm saying. I know I've been saying the same thing over and over again, but bitch, listen. I ain't mean to say bitch. I'm just intense right now, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, listen. Yeah, man. Fuck. Just ran up that street and shit. Hey, goddamn. Anyway. Oh, shit. Perfect. I'm tired, right? That's what happens. We're not here to be infinitely physical. I mean, you get tired, all right? And not even like you get tired, but what I'm saying is, right now, me trying to go that distance again, it's gonna be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just did so much. And say, no, this we doing. I just ran that whole way, right? And I'm winded right now, right? Say if it was somebody standing right here, where I'm at now, at the top of the hill, and was like, come on, nigga, what the fuck is you tired for? Why'd you stopping? We gotta run. I'm running. Why aren't you running? Why are you breathing? What the fuck are you doing? You would be like, nigga, you didn't just run all that shit. Stop. I'm tired. Hold up real quick. You can do your thing. Let me catch my breath real quick. I just got in some exercise, nigga. Let me catch my breath so I don't kill my damn self. We can't treat our parents like that. Ancestral karma. Let's really talk about it. People talk about it. People talk about the work of ancestors and how we're supposed to put in work for our ancestors and how we're supposed to be a part of this grand scheme, right? This the thing. We are nature. What does nature do? Nature, you see, a tree can be a tree, all right, amongst a bunch of other trees. That tree has a time where it might die. It might stop producing fruit, and it might start to decay. But what does that do? That leaves compost. That leaves nutrients, still leaving nutrients for the soil to help something else grow. It's still pushing forth for that next get up, and it's gonna be a whole fresh tree ready to give a whole million more fruits. Just like that tree already done gave 1 million fruits. The other trees that's just now growing up, the little baby trees, like peep this. This motherfucker right here, this little motherfucker right here, he can't He can't tell this tree, keep growing, nigga. What are you doing? Grow. He can't do that. That's disrespectful. That tree is this kind. That tree is doing what it's supposed to do because the little tree in front of it is getting enough shade to not be fucked up by too much sun when it's such a small plant. Gotta get a little shelter first so it can sprout, become a medium-sized tree, and then it don't need no shade. It can blossom onto its own tree. But while this tree is becoming the size of that other tree, it can't be trying to make that tree feel bad about how big that tree is. Because what if that little fucking tree is supposed to be this tree? Huh? If that little tree talking shit to other trees, think about if you in the gym. Think about if you in the gym working out. You putting your reps in. Then you get a new nigga, a fresh nigga walk in the gym. He ain't been working yet. He ain't seen the gym yet. But he know how the gym operate. He know he came to the gym to work out and to get strong. But he see the niggas that's in there been working. They already swole. They already met goals in the gym, in the weight room. They already benching 350. You still on 150. But you just got in there. You fresh. We can't be talking to the niggas that's already benching 350 acting like they doing something wrong. Alright? Even if we plan to bench 500, we plan to bench 600, 650. Either way it go. If we didn't be able to walk into this gym and see that 350 get pushed up, we wouldn't be able to think, oh shit, I could go for 400, I could go for 500. I could push 550 in this bitch. Alright? That's how that's supposed to go. It's supposed to be learning from what happened. Alright, learning, period. Growth. Like I said, this is what nature is. We're here to grow, right? When it comes to our parents and their difference in perspective, as in they already done worked so hard to get to that 350, that 400. They benching. They been benching. They been working. Then they had you. Brought you up. So you could be better. So you could reach 500. You know what I'm saying? Then your kids gonna reach 700. They kids gonna be benching 1,000. You know what I'm saying? That's how this growth goes. That's ancestral karma being dissolved. And it's when you talk about ancestral karma overwhelming you and it not being resolved, that looks like y'all all get stuck at 350. That's what that looks like. That's what, when your ancestral karma ain't getting solved and your steps ain't being taken to help undo what was done to your ancestors. All right? We supposed to be building back up. But if we get to the point where we let ourselves feel like we can't let the step before us be confirmed. If you can't confirm, if you running, if I'm taking a step, boom, boom, I take this step and try to land on this step, but if I'm sitting there thinking that last step, I ain't really get a good stride on that step. Like, that wasn't a step. How can I land on this foot? How? If I got shit to say about that step, how can I land on this step and feel comfortable? And feel like I can tell that step something to do different when this step ain't even land right. All right? So this step can't even start to move forward because it's worried about the last step. All right? And this the thing. I'm not saying that we should. I'm not going to say what I'm not saying. I'm saying this. Our parents, everybody here that's on this path right here, everybody right here that can say they chosen, to take this next step in this path, to dissolve this ancestral karma, to get us back to where our ancestors was at most power. Then they fail, we on the way back up. That's the karma cycle. That's what we here to fix. We on the way back up. We here to keep taking them steps back up. That's what we here to do. If we don't focus on taking our step, the step won't get taken. If we don't let our parents know that they took that step, if we don't let that back foot know you took that step, I wouldn't be able to be taking my steps if you didn't take those steps. I wouldn't be able to sprout into the tree I am if you didn't give me that little shade. So the sun didn't just burn me the fuck up when I was a little baby plant. I couldn't absorb that much yet because my little the fuck is that called? Fuck, the leaf, you know, the leaves absorb, the green parts of the plants absorb the shit, the sunlight, and use it. That's what what's that called? Damn. All right, you know, like I said, I ain't a left brain motherfucker. Anyway, if the ancestral karma isn't acknowledged, it's like you skipping steps. That's how you trip up, and oh shit, I failed, cause you tripping up. All right, you gotta take a step. Let that be the successful step that it was, because you landed in that next step. We're here right now where we can take these steps and advance ourselves to this new unlocking shit, learning about the frequencies, learning about the shit that wasn't taught in the past. We're here for that next step. But we can't talk shit about the past because the past is how we got here. We can't talk shit about mistakes in perspective or that we see, or any type of mistake that we find, because if we didn't have that mistake to look at, we wouldn't know it was a mistake. We wouldn't know that there's an option to do something different. If we didn't see that, we would be potentially in a position to be taking that step when that step been taken or could have been taken. So that's how the ancestral karma gets stuck, and that's how it don't get solved. That's how it don't get unlocked and resolved. So I'm just saying, I don't want to make nobody sit here and say, fuck your parents. I'm not saying, I still wasn't whole like totally saying that, but what I'm saying is I came off a bit disrespectful, and me personally, me and my parents' personal relationship, you know, I had a lack of respect a lot of times, all right? Because I'm sitting there like, man, I'm doing shit. Why you not doing shit? I'm working out, nigga. You need to work out. My dad been working out. Taught me how to work out. So why I'm so pressed for him to keep working out and I don't just keep working out for myself? That's what's gonna help the generation, the DNA progress. It's not about ego. It's not about none of that. It's about growth. Like I said, we're here to grow. A tree grows, has fruit, it fall. That fruit, it served its purpose. Everything has a purpose to serve, even if it is a temporary. Like I said, we're not here to be eternally physical. That's how powerful we are. We got unlimited vessels though. But we got so many motherfuckers that we could pass the torch to. Like the big tree. He might not even need to get as big as that big ass tree. Alright? Because he can find a small tree, shelter that tree during his lifespan. Alright? Well, why the medium-sized tree sheltering that small tree, alright, it could help that small tree become the biggest tree out here to help bring life to all these other trees, shelter so many other trees, and bring so much more for our DNA line, our ancestral karma that affects all of us. Either way it go. If I die right now, I still have influenced somebody to continue to influence somebody that's gonna influence somebody. That's the power. That's why they can't kill us. That's why they've been trying so hard. That's the power of us. So we gotta just take pride in them next steps. Don't never harbor on the last step. Let's harbor on the next step. That's gonna be the best step. You know what I'm saying? Every next step is the best step. That's how it's supposed to be. So we can't get mad if the last step wasn't as good as the step we about to take. It wasn't supposed to be. And if it was better than the step we about to take, you taking the wrong step. You can't take a step down. You gotta take a step up. So, all I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that it's not gonna be a complete. It's still gonna be a lot of misunderstandings. You still might sound crazy as fuck to your parents. All I'm saying is this. Your parents don't gotta sound crazy as fuck to you. You can acknowledge they took their step. They helped me get to where I could take my step. I'm gonna take my step. And because of them, I can take my step. So because they put me here to take my step to get where I need to go, they did that for me. I can't say shit to them, Slim. They have already done their job. Now it's time for me to do my job. You feel me? And all I'm saying is this. When you think about it that way, instead of being resentful, instead of being because like I said, it's all about destroying that ego. I admitted in the other video. Did I post that? This morning, I recorded a video. And I'm like, I had an ego thing because with my writing, I don't write my songs. So I was like, man, any type of thing I'm doing, producing something, I can't write it down. It got to be off the top, off the dome with it. Got to freestyle it. That's ego. That's ego. That's me trying to not change myself because I feel like I'm doing something so good, I don't got to change it. I'm too good to change it. It's already perfect. It's not. It's always going to be better. You got to accept that. All right? And this thing, when it comes to being on this walk, we get good. We get good. All right? May even unlock some perspectives, that some new dimensions of thought that our parents weren't given access to because of the level of fuck. Like, cause I'm gonna let you know, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm a damn sure tell you that I can guarantee it's probably the same for everybody. My parents grew up in situations that was worse than what I grew up in. Way worse. So it's only right that the product, as in me, is a better step. All right? So, and that's how it's supposed to be so that we can get back to who we are as a people. All right? And what I'm saying is the ego is saying, oh, I'm doing so good. Why ain't you doing so good? Why ain't you seeing your frequencies? Nigga, why ain't you eating plant-based? Nigga, why ain't you? They didn't have the same start that I did. They been in the gym working. They already tired at the top of the hill I dropped down to the top of the hill. I'm ready to run down the hill. They just ran up the hill. How you gonna expect them to run down the hill the same speed you ran up the hill? I mean, how you gonna expect them to run down the hill the same speed they ran up the hill? You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And we can't look at it like that, which I was kind of looking at it in a way like that. And that's some ego shit. That's another little piece of ego shit that I didn't even know yet until now. You gotta let them have that. You gotta let them have that. Think about you. Like I said, if you was in the gym working, you working out. You didn't see nobody working out when you came in there. And if you did, they was only benching one plate. They was at 145. They was, all right, I'm good with that 145. Nigga, look at me, I got a little tricep, I'm cool. Then the next motherfucker came in there and was like, what? I'm going to 200. Fuck that, working. Next nigga came in there and was like, what? I'm going to 350, nigga, let's go. All right? But them steps couldn't be getting taken if they was all sitting there fighting with each other talking about, why ain't you doing what I'm doing? Why ain't you doing what the fuck I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Then they would just all been up in there fighting and shit, having low vibration, and everybody's frequency wouldn't have been able to rise. Because nobody's frequency is focusing on rising. You focus on the last fucking step. Tripping up like shit. Like, oh. So, everybody that came before us, all the teachers, all of the spiritual people that's older, maybe they came across some information, went about it the wrong way. Maybe they found some shit, went about it the wrong way. Like Martin Luther King ass. I ain't gonna do that. That's ego shit. The next step gonna be better than the last step. The only way we lose is if we don't let that happen. The only way we let the enemy win is if we don't let that happen. We can't expect them to do everything we doing. Because they had to do everything they already did that we didn't do. We didn't do half the shit. We didn't do none of the shit they doing to get us where we at. All right? So we can't expect them to do all the shit that we doing right now to get where we gonna go. That's what I'm saying. And when you accept this and eliminate that ego, stop trying to talk shit about what people did in the past. Stop trying to make examples about what people did in the past. That shit right there is not gonna help at all. At all. These motherfuckers held the rope. Swung us like, woo. Catapulted us onto that next platform. It's space. It's nothing but depth, abyss in between these platforms. They swung us. Boom. Get to the next platform. Bow. You can't get to that platform and say, nigga, bring your ass over here. Who? You got swung over there with a rope. Tell them to toss you the rope so that you can birth something on this platform and swing that bitch to the next platform. That's all we got to do. And appreciate every step along the way. So when you hear all these older teachers, your parents, any of the spiritual gurus that's online, like that's getting dragged and people be finding everything wrong with them. I'm not gonna name no names, but damn near every spiritual teacher out here that's over 30, somebody is out here trying to debunk them or tell them they full of shit and just completely disregard their whole step in the evolution because they're not doing what the next step is doing. But they had to do what they had to do so you could see what to do in the next step. And I've been saying this same thing in different ways the whole video just so everybody can understand what the fuck I'm saying. I know I've been saying the same thing over and over again, but bitch, listen. I mean, I ain't mean to say bitch. I'm just intense right now, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, listen. And I'm not saying none of y'all was doing this. Maybe some of y'all was already handling this better than I was. I'm just saying me personally. I had to have a talk with my dad today. Give my nigga props. Like, bruh. He could have let that rope go, bro. He could have let that rope go. I'd have been down there in the abyss. Next step couldn't have got taken. That's the only scenario where he deserves to be criticized. That's the only scenario he deserved to be criticized. The scenario we in, he held onto that rope, tossed me onto that platform. I don't got no reason to look back and talk shit. At all. Can't do that. We can't do that. If we do that, our next step ain't gonna be concrete. Because like I said, if you're trying to run, boom, boom, but that first step is talking shit about that last step, that's a metaphor for you clipping up. You know what I'm saying? Tripping. You really tripping. Really fucking tripping. We ain't tripping though. We can't be tripping. Because we here to take that step. We here to let go of all ego. We here for growth. I don't give a fuck about nothing but growth. I don't give a fuck about feeling good. I don't give a fuck about proving if I'm right. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I give a fuck about growth. I want the truth. I want to take these steps and keep taking these steps. I want to be able to go as far as I can, so when I start a family, nigga, my son gonna be fucking flying, nigga. If I'm not gonna get there, he getting there, nigga. And if he don't get there, his son getting there, nigga. We getting our powers back. That's all I'm saying, nigga. We motherfucking, we walking on, we doing all shit. We getting back to however powerful we can be. But we gotta take these steps and appreciate every step. Every step ain't perfect. Every step ain't perfect. All these OGs out here ain't perfect. They not perfect. But that's what they here for. To let you know how not to be. How not to be. Yeah, man.